So all my dual battery systems in, so I thought I'd just run you through that, how I've done it. And how I've also done this is it'll still actually fit with my rear seat, and that was the goal, so if I ever put it back in, because I run a false floor. So just a projector, dual battery gauge, so that's for my main battery plus the battery in the back here. It's the red arc 1225 BC DC. Smart shunt, so I can actually go on my phone and check what pretty much everything's doing, what's getting drawn out, what's getting put in. So that's the Victron smart shunt there. So that just connects, that wire just goes to your earth there, run all your negative off that side, which will say system minus. Everything goes off there, and that's how it reads what's getting pulled out of your battery, what's been put in. You got the app on your phone, it pretty much tells you everything. So battery's got 99% at the moment, 12 volts, it's only getting 0.3 of an amp drawn out, that's because the fridge is in idle, and then 4 watts out. But starter batteries also, I've connected my starter battery to this as well, so that's got 13 volts at the moment. And then if you got here, it's got 13 volts for the start battery too, so matches up perfect. And then there, 12.59, 12.6. Fuse box, just run everything off through the fuse box. Ciggy lighter, that's just Anderson for the fridge. Kick-ass 120 amp battery. They're bloody heavy, that's like 35-40 kilos there. That's just my fridge, just a 40 litre Waco CFX. So that's my false floor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start like partitioning it off. I'm going to build a pretty much shelf up this high and then just like divide it up like that. Just make it more usable space. Fridge over here, and then down here, that is a 900 watt pure sine wave inverter. It's a projector one. So for the BC DC, I ran down here the 6 BNS cable from the start battery down here, fused it at the start battery end, it all joined in there. So it's also got solar input, so I've actually just drilled through the back wall and it comes out there. So I can plug my solar blanket in there, but the goal is when the canopy's on the back, I can actually have my solar panels on top there and plug it in, that's removable. So for anyone that wants to copy this sort of dual battery system so it can go behind your back seat, what I had to do was cut the plastic trim out that goes around the battery, cut the plastic trim up around there to fit the battery in, and I've also pop riveted these little mounts in to the floor. That's just to hold the battery, and that straps in to these like pre-existing hooks that are already there. There's one there, there's one in there somewhere, but they're already in the back wall. And I used exactly 5 meters of the 6 BNS cable and poked it through the grommet that's up in that top corner, just poked it through into the cab and ran it down to the back. There's also been a few more changes to the car. So fuel tank's in, it's a Brown Davis 160 litre. So now I can start building my tanks under here and actually finish my tray off, which should be good. I've got these sunshades in the back, there, and one on the back. They actually go pretty good. They pretty much just sit in there. You get little magnets that tape in, but that's just literally sitting in there and been full driving and it has not even moved. In the front, I've got these new Bedrock liners. I reckon they're awesome. Just hold all the dirt, they fit perfect. Aussie made too, so. Also installed diff breathers there. It's only going to the front diff at the moment, but once the rear diff's in, it'll go there as well. And I don't know about the transfer case and gearbox because it's just weird setup on Dmaxes. I don't know how they work, so I might just leave it. And under here, I've spaced my diff forward 16mm, give me a bit more clearance between the tyre and the mud guard. Still just hits when the tyres are let down. Done that, and then because of that, my front tail shaft in there was too short and there was too much spline hanging out. So what I've done now is I now have a Patrol uni and flange at one end, a Dmax uni and flange at the other end. So instead of that spacer adapter that I had before, that's gone, and literally both, like one end will bolt to the transfer case, one end bolts to the diff, and it's their actual flanges. So I've got a machine shop to do that for me, and it works. I've been out fobbing today and no issues, so it's good.